Hello, this is Chef Jeff from the Rogue Chef in Branson, Missouri, and today we are doing one of my favorite things, pork butts. But what we have to do, we got to prep the butt first. So that's what I'm going to show you here. We're going to do a combination of a rub and an injection. I like doing injections. I think it just gets everything in there, but I do my injections a little bit different. I take some of the dry rub that I'll be using later, about just under a cup, and I put it in a saucepan with about 6 cups of water. Alright, next step is apple cider vinegar. I'm going to add, for this amount, I'm going to go with about 1 cup, and a little rice wine vinegar. I love rice wine vinegar, it's a little sweetness. I will add about a ½ cup of that, and we're going to add that to our mixture. And then what I do to get it to dissolve a little bit better, put it on the heat. And I just want to, it doesn't have to be a boil, but I just want to heat it until the sugar pretty much dissolves. Now that it's been heated and it's dissolved a little bit, I add some ice cubes just to chill it down so it's not extremely hot going into the meat. It's more like you would do for a brine, where you make it a little bit stronger and then you heat it up and then add like ice to it to chill it, and then you put your meat into it. Alright, so now we will get the pork butt here and we'll inject it. I like using one of these syringe types, and all you do is you stick it in to your meat, pull up into your juice, and then that will suck up the marinade. Just take it in there, and you can get almost all the way down. So you just slowly inject it and pulling out, and you can slightly see the meat starting to swell. And it will come out of the top of the holes, but don't worry about that. You're still getting injection. We do a few holes at a time. And this also, these little bitty holes, when you do your rub, it will get into those holes and you'll get them deep inside them. Now that we've got it injected, I did about 10 injections with it. This next step is, you might want to just make it a little bit cleaner. Just take a towel and put underneath where you're going to do this, because the dry rub gets kind of everywhere. It's kind of a messy thing. And always use a separate scoop to fill this up. And we're going to get this, and we're going to do the entire butt. So I'm going to start actually on the bottom. And this is a big hunk of meat, so you want to be generous with your rub. Don't be shy with it. It's going to absorb into here. We're going to let this sit overnight. At a restaurant and place that I was working before, we would do 96 of these every night, 5 nights a week. I mean, I used probably about 1.5 cups of dry rub for this process. And now we just put this in the refrigerator, let it set. It'll absorb the spices and everything in here, and then we'll put it on the smoker tomorrow. Alright, now you see that we've got the butt. It's been sitting overnight. I've got the smoker heated, and we're going to put this on. See how it got the juices and all that sucked in and absorbed all the rub. I just want to let some of the smoke come out before you put it on. And see, I've got apple, pecan, and cherry wood. Now we've got it. We'll cook it low and slow, about 250 for 8 hours. Then we'll come back and check it. And you have to check your wood periodically to make sure that you got enough, but just keep an eye on your temperature. Alright, let's check in on our pork butt. It's been on for about 6 hours. We're right in the Temperature gauge here is right around the 250 to 260 mark, so we're about at tip. As you can see, it's developed a nice crust. It's just about there. It's loosening up. You can feel it. It's getting tender. I've already pulled a piece off. It's looking good. It'll be about another hour and should be ready to pull off and pull apart. Alright, now that our pork is done, we'll get it off. And as you can see, it just pulls right apart. So I'll take some tongs and my spatula. And I got me a nice pan to put it on. And there's your finished butt. It'll pull just right apart. We look forward to you coming down to enjoy our pulled pork and our pulled pork mac and cheese, or try it on a grilled cheese sandwich. It's a wonderful thing. The Rogue Chef, Branson, Missouri.